New breed? Global.
Unity to Space Command. Do you copy?
You know CPT is not a thing anymore, right?
Well, you would think after eternal life we will have more time in the day, but I'm here, and shalom.
Shalom, dear brother. Can we get started?
Coming in for landing shortly.
We are going live any second now. Oh, and did you bring the snacks from Earth Sector 12?
Yeah, I got the snacks.
You're eating it, right?
This is a little snack for the flight. Got plenty left.
Okay, good. You know I love their food. Welcome to Hebrew Planet.
Oh yeah. Hope the brothers and sisters are ready. Unity coming in for a fast landing.
Got a hangover. Yeah.
Sunrise, the dark skies like an eclipse. How far the world slipped in the abyss. We modern day prophets, the system got a glitch. I thank the Most High, my weakness turned to strengths. But these burdens are heavy, we got our crosses to carry. Trying to see it from all angles, just like kaleidoscopes. Life just be too real that I don't know how to joke. My people be running wild, so aggressive is my approach. Doctrines of devils, tossing people like to and fro. Your pastor don't want no smoke. These scriptures go blow for blow. My Hebrews go toe to toe. We waking our people up. The truth it hit hard, so it's shaking the people up. Strangers give evil eyes. Wisdom make faces shine. I'm bolder than cap letters, but smoother than black leather. One love to my ancestors, but it's time we demand better. One love to my ancestors, but it's time we demand better. We taking over, we taking over, we taking over, taking over, we taking over. Yeah, look at what the world's coming to. Yeah, just look at what the world is coming to. Yeah, we taking over, we taking over, we taking over, we taking over. Yeah, just look at what the world's coming to. Just look at what the world's coming to. Too many bloodthirsty merchants lurking while we searching. They doing witchcraft, but this armor ain't for piercing. My sword is for wielding. Slice through a body, I can slice through a building. Style with the substance on the path to justice. But these scornful men bring the city to a snare. I bring it to your door before you caught up in the web. That means the streets is a trap. Better use your head, you better use your head. Swimming with the sharks, you might lose your head. Arms, neck, and legs, we got a long way to go to resurrecting the dead. It's a call for unity, Messianic believers. I mean the dark-skinned redeemer. I ain't talking about Caesar. We remember our brother, we ain't got no amnesia. That's from Genesis to Revelations. We in the volumes, riding on white stallions. 144,000. We taking over, taking over, we taking over, taking over, we taking over. Yeah, just look at what the world's coming to. Just look at what the world's coming to. We taking over, taking over, we taking over, taking over, we taking over. Yeah, just look at what the world's coming to. Just look at what the world's coming to. Yeah, truth begotten by hard work. Putting the higher first, the creator of all things, colossal this universe. We not in the minor leagues. My city is under siege, not caught up in drama. That's just what that folly brings. Dodging them harlots, man, keep them charlatans away from me. Lust is the devil's tea, won't burn till you take a sip. Temptation is all around, get a grip and try not to slip. I'm feeling so much better that I'm making the right choices, listening to the right voices. Too many elders just sitting on their high horses like they don't need reinforcement. Yeah, it's all pride to the side. Either we ride or collide, do or we die, stand firm or we slide. Yes, now take a word from the wise. Stay humble, cause your pride will lead to your demise. And that's real. We taking over, we taking over, taking over, taking over, we taking over. Yeah, just look at what the world is coming to. Just look at what the world's coming to. We taking over, we taking over, taking over, taking over, we taking over. Yeah, just look at what the world's coming to. Just look at what the world's coming to.
All praises to the Almighty. We taking over. We taking over. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Stoic Mind is in the building. Ty 105, I see ya. Courtney Johnson, I see you. Okay. Peace and blessings to everybody joining. As y'all enter the broadcast, smash that like button. Do me that solid. Oh yeah, this is one of those. Some of that Jack in the cup. I want to sit here and build with y'all on some things. I do have some announcements to make to start off. I remember the last time y'all seen one of these bottles, I was drinking it out of one of my kids' sippy cups, but we stepped our game up and got a glass this time. Yo, what's going on, Misfit? I see y'all. Queen is in the building. Hey, Jeremiah, bro, thanks for the $10 super stick. I appreciate the support, fam. Man, all praises to the Most High. We taking over. We taking over. So I got some announcements to start off this evening. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and blow this up on the screen. I just actually posted this on my community section. I would like to announce that the UNY, along with Elder Gabar sorry about that, Elder Gabar from I Am Fit podcast. He's a former regional elder of the GOCC. That brother, along with the United Nation of Israel, will actually have a brother from our prison ministry going to this event as well. It'll be held there in New York. And this is for all the survivors of African Bambaataa. Yes, there'll be a museum that'll have Bambaataa featured in it. And brothers are coming together in protest because those tax dollars shouldn't be going towards people who actually have open lawsuits in regards to not only sex trafficking, but as well as, pedophilic accusations. For those who don't know, New York City has basically, they lengthened the statute of limitations. So there is an open lawsuit, which do not put any names in the chat because I'm not putting the person's name who actually has the open suit. But the United Nation of Israel will be showing up. And if you are in the New York area, I have to, let you all know to show up. Let's make sure that, listen, for anybody being disrespectful, I see one person put a name and I see other people being disrespectful in the chat. I'm going to be timing you out. All right. Off the break. Because this ain't no laughing matter. This ain't no joke. All right. And there's a young lady who wrote a book. I want to make sure that I put her information out as well. Y'all give me one moment. Because this sister, she's actually putting this thing together. If it wasn't due to her work, a lot of this wouldn't be possible. Let me get that sister's name. She has a YouTube channel as well as she wrote a book. She's been in hip hop for a long time and she's doing great works. Her along with Elder Gabar. Her name is Leela Wills. So yes, I see Dre Static says he lives in NY. If you're in the New York area, show up and show out, because the more people who come out in support of the cause, the better. because this is not a joke, man. Here with the UNY, we try to do the best we can to somehow stifle some of the darkness that's going on in this world. And it would be a great benefit if the people would join in, because we can't have these people in the streets and also taking our tax dollars and they're doing the unthinkable, corrupting children, destroying children's lives. So this is one of those situations where we want everybody to show up if you're in that area, right? Okay, cool. And let's see. Yeah. And basically, that's one of the announcements. I got some more announcements as well. Oh, I'm very proud to announce that Mark the Messenger, shout out to that brother. If you haven't heard of the brother, go ahead and subscribe to him. He has decided to join with us in a concerted effort and a charitable effort to promote the Love Notes, and his site is under construction right now. I like to say welcome to the team, brother. It's an honor doing business with that brother and also doing charity with the brother, because it's not too many content creators who actually have a heart for the people and want to have a charitable cause, such as myself and your Mark the Messengers. So shout out to that brother. We are very happy to be dealing with that. And it's a beautiful thing. We're showing unity all across this platform, and we're building something greater. Also, my next featured merchandise on the website. The website is kind of like under construction right now, but my next featured merchandise will be Mavacy, owned by CJ Matthews, and y'all gonna see me rocking the gear. Y'all gonna get real familiar with that particular brand, because it is fly as ever, and it's going to be available very soon. So get your Love Notes now, because we're going to be, once the Mavacy wear comes through, the sunglasses and the headgear, once it comes through, oh man, I'm telling y'all, you want to have your Love Note so you can already have your discount ready. All right, so if you don't have a Love Note, newbreed.love, join the site, get yourself a Love Note. And so when it comes, when the new merchants come, you're able to get that discount, and it goes towards a charitable cause. We're in the business of stimulating our own ecosystem, our own economy, and that's what we on. All right. So, man, we got some things to talk about, and I want everybody to pound the like button. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yes, man. There's so many people have been supporting the website within the last few days. And I just want to say I love y'all, and y'all are highly appreciated. And because of your support of the Love Note system, this is how we're able to build certain things on the land and being able to do what we need to do to build this nation up. Right. All right. So, man, listen, I want to talk about, let's see, let me share my screen with you all. I want to talk about the smart cities. And I want to talk about some Bible prophecy as well. We're in those times. There's going to be a lot of scripture that I go through today that is going to offer us a lot of solution. And it's going to actually begin to change the mind frame that we've had looking at everything that's taking place. And I mean that in the sense of this, right? We see smart cities being rolled out. We see this surveillance state taking place. We see all of these things happening all at once. And we believe that the noose is getting tighter on us as people. We believe that the walls are closing in and it's becoming hopeless. At least that's what the mass majority believe, not realizing that the Most High God is working out a play the entire time, and that the Almighty is in control. And that everything that happens on the face of this planet is for the greater good of those who were chosen. And we got to really understand that. So some of the scriptures that I'm going to go through is going to really reinforce that particular idea. Is going to really reinforce the fact that it's our time. And just because it looks one way doesn't mean the Most High God is not playing chess with these cowards and these weirdos and these Satanists and these demonic beings and these witches and and warlords and wizards. The Most High God is playing chess. They over here playing, I don't know, they playing Uno. The Most High playing highly sophisticated poker with them. And when you really see what's going on, you'll get a greater understanding, and you'll be able to weigh yourself through the parameters of this biblical text to see if you in line of what's taking place, right? If you fallen in place with those who have been chosen and called to do this work. Now, I want to talk about this. I want to go to Glenn Beck, right? I watched this very, very interesting video from Glenn Beck, and all of his research came from the World Economic Forum. So it's very reputable what he has to say, and I'm going to add my biblical truth in along with this, right? Let's see.
Food. What is happening with our food is outrageous. And I'm going to give you some things here that you will not believe. In about 8 minutes, you will say, no way that's true. You're going to have to look it up, and I'll give you the address and everything else. Okay. Right now, 40% of farmland in America, 40, is owned by Americans over 65. Our farmers are dying out.
Very interesting statistic right there. Very interesting statistic. And that right there should tell you that there's going to be a time where we really got to focus on getting land. We really got to focus on stating claim to what's rightfully ours, occupying land, and building with like-minded people. Because here's the scenario here. You got Bill Gates, who bought 300,000 acres of land. Yeah, Bill Gates. We talking about the eugenicist, the man who claims the world is overpopulated. He purchased 300,000 acres of land. That's a lot of land, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of land. So understanding the importance of ownership, understanding the importance of actually owning land. The elite, the so-called elite, they get it. They understand the picture here. They know where the power lies, because as this economic collapse takes place, the power is going to lie in ownership. The power is going to lie in those who can govern their own land. All right. So this is the mind frame of the UNY. This is my mind frame. This is what we're doing here. And that's what it's about. Now, let me continue to play this here.
So farmland, 40% of it is going to go up for sale soon. Okay. And the way
40% of farmland is going to be going up for sale in somewhere around 5 to 10 years from now. So all of you people who are investing, you really need to pay attention to owning land. That is the name of the game. Within the next 5 to 10 years, that's what it was. This is what it's all going to be about. I'm telling you. Or you're going to be ending up in one of these smart cities where you have no rights, where you're limited on food, where you're pretty much plugged into the matrix, where you're owned and patented by certain organizations and groups. Let's make this clear what the Bible tells us. I want to go to Isaiah 13 and 14, and it reads, "And it shall be as the chase roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone into his own land." Everyone into his own land. This is what's going to happen. The Most High is doing something different. The Most High is putting people in place. He's putting his prophets, his disciples, his teachers, his men of Yah in place to make sure that we're preparing for this. He's putting us in place so we can be obedient and be shepherds, right? Now, I want to read different translations of this, right? I want to read different translations of this. I also want to go to the New Century Version. And it reads, "Then the people from Babylon will run away like hunted deer, or like sheep who have no shepherd. Everyone will turn back to his own people. Each will run back to his own land. See, each will run back to his own people. Each will run back to his own land. So listen, let me explain this to you. You cannot be a selfish energy. You cannot be a person who is all about you. You listen, the people are the commodity. The people are the resource. Without building with your people, you have nothing. Without being able to have a place to go. And it just so happens, right? One would ask, well, where do so-called African Americans go? Because let's be clear. It says people will go back to their own people. It seemed like we are people with no land. It seemed like we nomads. Whole time we make up a huge percentage of the wealth that's spent, but we don't own our own country. Well, here's the thing. The Most High is doing something different. We're supposed to have land all over the world. You know why? Because everything that we touched turned to gold. Everywhere we went was built up. Everything was prosperous, from ancient Rome, ancient Babylon, ancient Assyria, the Persian, Medo Empire, everywhere we've been, the motherland, Africa, everything that we've been, everywhere we've been that we touched, it was prosperous. So the Most High Yah is going to make sure that we have staples and pillars worldwide, globally, global pillars, global places to go, because this world is ours. You understand? And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I mean that respectfully. Nobody has built up the kingdoms of the earth more than the children of Israel. So respectfully, we are going to be able to move where the Most High seals us, right? So let's have that established. Yah is working in the midst of all of this. So don't get afraid, because the right wing will give you these news clips and these broadcasts, and they won't give you, the biblical truth to seal the deal that the Most High has control over this.
Way everything is structured, the farmers' families usually can't afford to keep the farm when mom and dad die. So that means 370 million acres are going to come up of farmland, good American farmland, gonna come up for sale soon. Now, the prices of farmland is skyrocketing for some reason. I mean, who wants farmland? The best and fastest way to become a millionaire as a farmer is start with 2 million. Okay.
Well, what he's trying to say is that there's a lot of work involved. And one thing we got to understand as the children of Israel, listen, let's make this clear. We always been agricultural people. And the Most High has always worked miracles with us. Listen, when we was in them fields, in those vineyards, and we were basically working and doing what it is we were doing, everybody ate off of it. Everybody was plenteous in goods. So now it's time for us to start to occupy certain land masses, and we build for ourselves, because this world is going to hell in a handbasket. Seriously. And we're going to need representatives of our fold to warn the people. And mind you, I speak to the Jews first and then the Gentiles. I speak to all the people who have a like mind, right? Understand that. Real talk. And these scriptures tell us about gathering, coming together. Matthew 10:24 reads, "And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works." Let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works. And that's what it's all about. Right now, we're promoting the love note system. We're provoking brothers to be charitable. We're communicating with the fam, to let people understand the importance of having a love system in place. We're provoking brothers and sisters to revolutionize philanthropy. Use your platforms in order to give back in infinite love. So this scripture, we really take this scripture seriously, because we got to provoke each other to do what's right. You understand? Especially all of these brothers who have mics, have a voice, We're provoking unity. We're provoking thought and change, and that's what it's supposed to be about, right? And brother Ant, thank you for the $50 contribution. Highly appreciate it. Thank you for the support, family.
You're guaranteed to have $1 million probably by the end of the year. It's a losing prospect. It is hard work, and you need good communities around you. So
what he just said was key. Hold on. Okay, pause right there. It's an ad. What he just said was key. You need good communities around you. Listen, there is no community better than Awakened. There's no community better than Awakened biblical believers. There's no community greater than people who believe in the word of God, who honor his law, statutes, and commandments. Listen, under his law, nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. Yo, the one, thank you for the $10 contribution. Highly appreciate it. Says, for love and light forward, going to get a love note soon, big brother. All praises, all praises. And if everybody can, do me a solid and like the video. Y'all know when we talk like this, how they try to suppress this truth and this content. Y'all know what we gotta battle against. So do a solid, like the video. Let's get it popping, right?
prices going up. Well, a couple of reasons. COVID, people are like, yeah, I just want to be, someplace other than California. And so then they buy, we'll raise chickens and we'll have eggs and maybe we'll have a goat. And first winter and the first harvest, they're like, and they run back someplace in the city. A few months ago, a farm in Iowa sold for $25,000 per acre. To say that land prices are skyrocketing is an understatement. So
now let's make this clear. There's some hidden gems all over the place. There's hidden gems all over the Bible Beltway. Don't let Glenn Beck deter you from thinking globally and thinking about occupying land. Because, let's make this clear. Things are being put in place where we already have 100 acres. Black Wall Street was only 60. Once I return from Africa, once I return from Liberia, we will be doing a land walk. So don't let him deter you from being a part of building your nation. Don't let him deter you from joining in and being a part. Listen, the work is only as hard as we make it. If we are under God's law and his command, listen, if Noah can build an ark and fit 2 of each animal in there, we can build up our land. We can plant our food. We can do what we do, and we can really be real about this because we know the time is drawing near. Judah Hughes, thank you for the $50 contribution. Highly appreciate it. T. Raw, thank you for the 20. Thank you. Highly appreciate it. I'm telling you, the Most High has his hands all in this gathering. And we're sitting here. All of us are communicating this and we speaking it into the airwaves, into the atmosphere. And you know what Matthew 18:20 says? It says, for where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, together in my name, that I'm in the midst of them. The Most High is in the midst of all of us right now. He's in the midst of what we're doing. Once it's out there, once things get started, it's already in the atmosphere. It's already a go, y'all. The Most High is already putting the wheels in motion. Yep. See, now we're talking proactively. You're not going to hear that from too many of these content creators. You're not going to hear brothers talking proactively what we can do, how we're going to move, certain paths in that we should be taking. Not going to hear that too often. They're going to fearmonger. We're not doing no fearmonger. I'm going to tell you how to be a part of it. I'm going to tell you what the plan is and all of that. And everything going to be forthcoming. Right? All right, let us continue.
Who is buying all of the farmland? Well, BlackRock buying up record record-shattering amounts of homes. For farms, it's people like Bill Gates. Now, I don't know about you, but Bill Gates buying up 300,000 acres spread out. Remember, 40% of the farmlands, 40% owned by 65 and up, 40%. How many acres did I say that was? 370 million.
Just so you know, it's warfare. The same one who want the world depopulated is the same one purchasing all of this land. This is how you know it's warfare. So what that tells you is, in order to survive this pending war, we got to have some land. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, the smart cities is slavery. We're talking about limiting people's resources, food, clothing. Let me tell you something. Imagine only being able to spend a certain amount of money on clothes a year. This is what we're talking about here. Imagine only having a certain amount of food. Imagine where it will be a utopia for the elite. And you won't have access to meat at all. Now, if you go in the grocery stores, they're trying to push this beyond meat, like it's a Soylent Green or something. Imagine a place where the only people who will have steak, because they done bought all the farmland, the only people who are going to have steak, goats, chickens to eat, lambs to eat, will be those who own the land. And you won't listen, the rest of the world won't be relegated to that. Only the elite can have certain things. This is what they want to do with these smart cities. They want to plug you in and give you what they give you. Yep, Joel, thank you for the 20. Says dang, about 30 minutes late to the stream is all good though. I know you speaking truth right now, Bree. Keep doing the work. All praises to the Most High. Thank you for the support, family. Absolutely. Yep. Right now, this is the real work. This is the real work right here. And that's why I need everybody, as you come in, like the video. They're not trying to send notifications out on this one because they already know we in motion right now. All right. But this is what they want to do. They want to create an environment where you have a tracking device on yourself. The smart city will basically have tracking devices. Everything. Imagine everything being ran through apps. Pretty much everything is ran through apps. They're already preparing you for that. Everything you do, Instacart and all of those things, is preparing you to be all the way one with the matrix, right? And there's going to be a lot of people. They got to do some. Now, don't get it twisted. They got to do some more disasters. The elite got to sit at the table, coordinate more attacks and more plans so they can displace certain people in order to be testing grounds for the smart cities, in order to displace people in those smart cities first. That's how they're going to do it. They're going to lace them with medical IDs to start off. I'm telling you, everything that I'm saying to you will come true. It is biblical prophecy. This is what these people are up to. Now, while they're doing that, we got to be getting ready as y'all's people. We got to be getting prepared. Hebrews 10:25 tell us, not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much more as ye see the day approaching. Whoa. We need to read that again. Do we need to read that again, chat? Do we need to read that again? I think we do. Not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching. So listen, those who see the day approaching, those who see what they planning, those who see what they're trying to do, we need to be coming together because we know what's taking place. We know what they got going on. We know what they got cooking for us. We see the day approaching, right? So it's time to prepare. It's time to get in line and start to connect with your people. It's time to build, y'all. We got to stop playing games. And this is our nation. This is not some organization. This is our nation. All you have is the Most High has put certain people in play to make moves as a nation, right?
40%, 370. How many acres does Bill Gates have now? He's approaching 300 million acres. So that's kind of disturbing. One guy owning another 40% of our farmland.
No, I think that Glenn Beck got that wrong. I think he just said 300 million acres. When I did my research, it said 300,000 acres, which is still a lot of acres. But I don't think he owns 300 million acres. Bill Gates owns, for the record, 300,000. So I'm going to correct Glenn Beck on that. And I think he corrects himself a little bit later, right?
And if these numbers are right, that's terrifying, especially a guy who believes in, you know what? We shouldn't have cattle. We shouldn't have milk. And, you know, I can genetically fix these animals because I am God.
And also, more disturbingly, this is the guy who approved Clippy.
And I believe that's what they're going to be doing with a lot of the land. They're going to be breeding hybrid species. The 300,000 acres, I think that they're going to be breeding hybrid species on that land. They're going to be feeding it to people. There's going to be bunkers on those lands because they're afraid of the return of the Messiah. So they're more than likely going to have some bunkers so they can hide because they know something's coming out the sky at some point. They're probably going to be using that land to do all manners of evil, such as, like, you know, sex trafficking. It'll be like Sex Island over there. A lot of brothel action, a lot of death, chaos, and mayhem, because that's what Satan's going to do. That's what he's going to do. See, the world is beginning to divide to the point where everything is fragmented. They're going to be in their little places doing what they're doing. And anybody who has foresight, we're going to be in our places doing what we're doing, surviving and serving the Most High. You understand? That's what it's got to come to. Yep. Oh, the bunkers is going to collapse too, just like their banking system. 100. Yeah, they're going to be doing whatever it is they do. Bestiality, while they compartmentalize all the people in smart cities and have them plugged into their phone all day and link them into neural links and have them, you know, basically at a standstill, you know, because this is how it's going to be. They're going to have, in the smart cities, there's going to be gates around the cities where you have to check in and check out. You can't go a certain mile radius. You can't leave that smart city. You have to check in. You have to be in at a certain time. You're going to have to get your face scanned just to leave out your neighborhood. And they're going to make it so everything you need, and I'm putting that in quotations, is right there. They ain't going to want you moving and traveling and things like that. That's the goal. Put people in smart cities, and then you have people intelligent enough to say, oh, no, we got to occupy some land. We got to get in where we fit in. We got to learn zoning regulations. We got to, start investing in RVs and tents and all of those things. And I know it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. It's the truth. This is what we got to do in this day, right? All right, let's continue.
Yes.
The little paper clip that would give you
that?
recommendations on what to do at Microsoft Office.
So I totally support Bill Gates in his little farmer expedition. He's going to be a good farmer. Anyway.
You think he's done a lot of farming? You think Bill has been out in the fields?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
There ain't no telling what the hell Bill Gates going to do on that land, bro. He might be having some damn clones on that land. It just ain't no telling what Billy going to do. Whatever he going to do, it ain't going to be right. I can tell you that now.
He knows what he's
with the hoe.
37.6 million acres of U.S. farm and ranch land now held under foreign ownership. 37.6 million acres. They've doubled down recently, buying land in Oklahoma, Texas, Colorado. 40% growth rate in just 2020. One Chinese government-linked group bought farmland near Grand Forks Air Force Base in North Dakota. No problem there. No problem. Not really, seriously. Former member of the Chinese Communist Red Army bought land near Laughlin Air Force Base here in Texas.
Well, guess what? The United Nation of Israel is occupying land too, and we're gonna be raising our national flags on those lands because we're gonna stake claim to something. Y'all not fitting to take everything. It ain't finna go down like that. Not at all. Yeah, for real. Matthew 12:30 says, "He that is not with me is against me, and he that gathereth not with me scattereth abroad." Yes. Matthew 12:30 says, "He that is not with me is against me, and he that gathereth not with me scattereth abroad." See, it's time to gather. It's time to gather amongst the saints. It's time that we stop the mentality of selfishness, because you're gonna find out that we all we got, people. We all we got. And I'm preaching this tonight. I want that to really resonate. We all we got. Somebody said they give you them truth in them movies. That's a fact. Real talk. 1 Corinthians 14:26. How is it then, brethren, where ye come together, every one of you have a psalm, have a doctrine, have a tongue, have a revelation, have an interpretation? Let all things be done unto edifying. See, all of us chosen ones, we all have a doctrine. We all have a tongue. We all have a revelation. We all have an interpretation. So we're not moving like churches. We're not a church. You know why? Because we all have the voice of the Most High working through us. All you leaders in the community, all you men of renown, all you people who have platforms, all of you have a voice. You have the ability to support your people and support your nation. You have the ability to be proactive. We all see things through a murky lens. We all have the ability to teach, preach, guide, and lead. And this is why the Most High is doing a new thing right now. He's making it so those who show humility, those who humble themselves and can work well with others and not have to be the head honcho, not have to be that guy who's spearheading everything, that person who's the top-notch leader, but somebody who can have humility. The Most High is humbling a lot of people. And we can't keep giving the Most High resistance during this time. If you keep resisting your call to stand in unison with your people in order to build something, you will be left out in the dark. I don't care what your status is. I don't care where you've been. I don't care what you've done in this walk. I don't care what you've done in the Israelite community. I don't care how big your camp is. I don't care what your title is. Everyone must come to a point of humility in order to be preserved and counted worthy through all that these demonic Satanists have planned. We're all going to have to do it. I had to do it. The next man going to have to do it. Because if you're not with the program, if you're not with the leaders that y'all put in place, you will be left to deal with these smart cities. You will be left to deal with these devils, these anarchists, and all hell's going to break loose. The time is now. They already creating black masks, literally. Masks that look like my skin. And they're committing crimes. So they can put a face on who they're going to outlaw. Yeah, other nations are committing crimes with our face on. So it gets to the point where if you're in one of these inner cities and you haven't gravitated towards your people, listen, a crime is committed and you don't want to blame for it. You don't have nobody to stand for you. You don't have a legal team to vouch for you. A legal team that can really look out for you. Yeah, this is the reality of the world you're living in right now. And it's time for a lot of brothers that had the kahunas to stand with their brothers in unity. Right. Right. Let's go.
Windmill project that he's doing gives the Chinese yet another dangerous location next to a sensitive military base. Buyers from communist China bought 6.1 billion acres of farmland here in the U.S.
Damn.
By farm, that's more than any other foreign buyer. But it's just the
Wait.
Chinese,
Wait. What? Hold on. Let me think about this for a second. Yo, did he just say the Chinese boys bought 6.1 billion acres of land? Let me go back. I need to hear that over.
of farmland here in the U.S. Of the Chinese Communist Red Army bought land near Laughlin Air Force Base here in Texas. The windmill project that he's doing gives the Chinese yet another dangerous location next to a sensitive military base. Buyers from communist China bought 6.1 billion acres of farmland here in the U.S.
Well. Damn. So, as you know, buying land is the name of the game. So it ain't enough for them to just give us TikTok, Chinese spyware, communist spyware. Nah, that ain't enough. Nah, they got to go out here and purchase all the land up. But you know what? I'm gonna fact check them. Yeah, all my fact checkers. Hey, listen, I do my private research as well. So, off face value, that's insane. But we would definitely fact check them on that. All right, let's continue.
By farm, that's more than any other foreign buyer. But it's just the Chinese, communist government that's doing it. What could possibly go wrong? By the way, an update. I said this last night. Ron DeSantis is the only guy that would do this. He needs to ban China from buying farmland. And guess what he did yesterday? Yeah. He's banning China from buying farmland. Where are you, Texas? Where are you? Okay, so you're seeing that our farmland is being put into the hands of either our enemies, like Bill Gates, or the Chinese.
All right.
So what are you going to do?
All right, so I'm fact checking them on this because sometimes they'll throw these astronomical numbers out there to make you fearful. Listen, the goal of the right-wing media is to make it seem impossible for you as people. And that's what I came to the conclusion of. The right-wing media like to play these little reindeer games where they make it seem like the odds are so stacked up against us that we're not able to combat anything that's going. Just lay out, the country is over, everything's done. This is what they do. But I just fact checked this, right? How much land, U.S. farmland, does China own? And I'm only pulling up 384,000 acres, which is not a joke. And so they still have a pretty good percentage. It's more than Bill Gates, less than 17 other countries. But that was as of 2021. Let me see. Let's get 2023. That was 2021. They had 384,000 acres. That's not a joke. That's a lot of acres. Let's see. Let's get 2023. I wonder where Glenn Beck got that information, because that's the only statistics I'm seeing from Forbes magazine. I'm seeing this from the New York Post. All right, 2023. All right. Let's try the NPR real quick. Because according to the NPR, they own about 9%. So I think Glenn Beck needs to check his data. I think he needs to check his data. I believe that he's going over the top with some of these statistics. Seriously, like I'm being honest with you. Of course, I'm gonna tell you the value of getting land and all of this, but don't fall for the fear mongering. Don't fall for everything you hear on the news, right? Let's continue though.
Bill Gates, 300 million acres.
300,000, isn't it? 300,000 acres?
Wrong.
300 million.
300 million. Is it 300?
It's 300,000 because China has more than Bill Gates, and China has 384,000. So between China and Bill Gates, you're talking about like 9% of the land. All right. 9% of America is owned by Bill Gates in China, technically, which is a lot of that's a lot of acres, a lot of land. Yeah. So you gotta watch out for the tactics with these people.
Let me look at it.
300,000 acres, I think it is.
300,000?
Mhm.
Okay. Whew,
It's a
that's
lot of
better.
acres.
Still, yes,
Yeah,
it's a
still
lot of acres, but much better than 300 million. Okay, 300,000 acres. So he's got all this farmland. You know where he's going. He is fully with the World Economic Forum.
All right, so he's wrong. So it's 300,000 acres. He's saying 300 million. He giving y'all all kind of numbers. He even China is around 384,000 as of now. So combined, that's like almost 1 million acres combined. It's like 600 and something thousand acres between China and Bill Gates. So we got to start somewhere. We got to start somewhere. The elite know what's about to take place, so they buying land out here.
Forum. Okay, so land. They want to control the food. They want to control the energy. They want to control the money. Well, if you do all of those things, you control you. Now, I'm going to take you to something, to the World Economic Forum, their own website. They have a section on smart cities. This is a really smart city. Like, I don't know, like Chicago, very smart. So the smart cities are the way to get all of our problems under control, because their plan is to force everybody into cities and leave the land alone.
Yep, that is true. That is true. He's 100% on that. They want to force people into cities, and they want it to just be vacancies. They just want now. If you've traveled, you got on an airplane or you took a road trip anywhere. Literally, ladies and gentlemen, it's so much land. Like literally, you could be driving down the road. It's just land after land after land after land that nobody is occupying. But we're so enslaved by the city mentality. We used to everybody giving us everything. Listen, I sat up there and watched a man on this video. He zoned out some land. He called the zoning company and found out how much land he can buy just for his RV, and it was cheap. It's plenteous. So even if you're not joining with your people, which I recommend because you want a standing army, you want people behind you. But I watched a man online call the people, hey, I want to bring my RV out here every now and then. What is the zoning laws? Do I have to have a septic tank? Do I have to have this? Now, he was talking to the man very casually, not raising any red flags, not being combative, not being argumentative on the rules and regulations of said land. Man, it took the man like 15-minute conversation, purchased the land, brung his RV on it. You know, he knew what he had to do. And it really just boils down to when you're traveling, do you see opportunity? Are you seeing what lies? There may be some places you frequent that may be a wooded area that you like to go to, not even realizing you can own it. You can buy it. You can purchase it. You know, so man, we really got to change our mindset if we want to be free in the times to come, because these people ain't playing right. Imagine going Imagine having your food limited every month. They tell you how much food you can have in your house, how much food you can purchase, because you live in a smart city. And the way the smart city work ain't like a regular city. A smart city, you know, they keeping tabs on how many calories you eat. Imagine a land that say you only get, each human being that lives in this smart city can only have 2,000 calories a day. And they're tracking all of this using apps. They literally watching how many calories you eat using the app. And if you go over the calorie mark, no, you can't go to the grocery store. I'm telling you, that's how it really, this is what they want. They want enslavement of the people. They want people to be enslaved and not even realize they're slaves because they're so into the matrix, right? Either you're going to be free or deal with this.
Remember, they have to, by 2030, and Biden's already done this, he's going to preserve 30% of all land in America. You can't, no humans will be on it.
Mm-hmm.
By 2050, it's 50% of all land. So where do the people go?
The people are supposed to be in a grave. That's where the people are supposed to be. The people are supposed to be non-existent. Them telling you that they want 30 to 50% of the land with nobody on it means they don't want the people here. This is Agenda 21. This is George Orwell, his 1984 premonition. That's what this is. Straight up. Real talk. Let's continue.
The people all have to go into cities, but they'll be smart cities. Now, I want you to go to the World Economic Forum's website, and I want you to look this up for yourself because you will not believe what I'm about to tell you. But it's there currently in black and white. So you decide who's the conspiracy theorist and who is actually lying to you. Now, you're going to love this. You're going to love this. You go to the World Economic Forum, you look up their smart cities.
They always calling us conspiracy theorists until things hit the fan. Until things are happening, then you're not getting called a conspiracy theorist no more. Let's continue.
And you're going to see what is planned for you. Now, they have all kinds of partners all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is the Arup Group, ARUP, the Arup Group. They have their own section on the WEF website, okay? They're a progressive group that got together in Britain right after World War II, and they were like, hey, we can do a lot of things. You know, these Fabian socialists, they got a lot of great ideas. Why don't we start building things and building a community of tomorrow? So very progressive minded. And they want to be a source and a force for peace and social betterment.
Right. So there's going to be a lot of tolerance in these smart cities. There's going to be a lot of people of the alternative. They're probably going to be running these smart cities. The so-called marginalized group that has a bunch of letters in it, more than likely are going to be the heads of these cities. So if you can imagine how these things are going to be ran, you're going to have the inmates running the asylum. That's what it looked like they're going to do. Yep. They're going to have just like they're doing already, man. They're going to have people of the alternative running things. But you know what them scriptures tell us? Deuteronomy 31:12. Gather the people together, men and women and children, and thy stranger that is within thy gates, that they may hear and that they may learn and fear the Lord your God and observe to do all his words of this law. This is law right now. The Lord says, gather the people together, men and women and children and strangers, means Gentiles. I don't care what nationality you are. If you understand what's going on and you prepared to learn, that you can hear and you have the fear of the Most High, and you observe the words of the law and how to serve the Creator, yo, we need to really do something. We need to link up. We need to make sure that we're coming together, because this is what the Most High has commanded us to do as God's people, especially in these times. Seriously, it's time. Yes, I speak a lot about isolating, because isolation is important as well, to learn yourself, to heal, to allow the Most High to work through you, to allow the Most High's voice to resonate without muddying the waters. We must spend time alone. Lord knows this. I've taken the path of a loner for a long time, but I'm telling you right now, the time is coming where we got to get over our anxieties. We got to get over our shortcomings. We got to actually yield to one another, because it's no use of me talking about us chosen ones and how we've been relegated to being to ourselves by being isolated by friends and family, waking up to this truth and having people shun us for the word. Listen, it's time that we start building with like-minded people. Do you know what it's like to be in the presence of people who've been through what you've been through in this transition? It is magnificent. It is glorious. Some of y'all that held your own by yourself. Now imagine if iron is sharper than iron and you amongst people that love you. It's nothing like it. There's no other direction that we can go at this point. There's no other direction.
Which I look for in a construction company, don't you? I mean, I'm like, yeah, but how? I mean, how is it with earthquakes and stuff? Social betterment. Did we say social betterment? Okay, good.
Same reason I go to NASA.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Hold up. You hear what he just said? He said social betterment. Yo, social betterment is going to go in lines with the social credit score, brothers and sisters. That's what that's about. Imagine being judged on what you say on social media. Forget that you paid all your debts off. Forget that you pay your bills on time. No, you awaken to the biblical truth and you against alternative lifestyles being taught in school books. You against it being taught in school libraries or drag queens dancing for your children, and you've made it vocal online. Guess what? Your social credit score just went down. Or you against Meg Thee Stallion gyrating and shaking her tail everywhere on Nickelodeon. Now your social credit score then went down, and now you're not able to rent a home. So the goal is to get God's people out in the streets, God's people without, God's people suffering, not having, what's needed. Certain doors of opportunity. When the smart cities come, the social credit system is here. Understand that. When that smart city get here, just like Black Mirror, it's going to be just like Black Mirror, the show. I'm telling you, in every smart city is going to be a social credit score. There's going to be an app on y'all phones, and based on what you post, they're going to make you be like communist China. They're going to make you bend to the will of this world. They're going to make you accept the image of the beast. They're going to make you praise alternative lifestyles. They're going to make you put your children in harm's way. This is the mentality of these demons, right? This is literally their mentality. They're going to make you bend. They're going to change everything that's in you. Yeah, there's an episode of Black Mirror where they did the exact same thing. Based on what you post on social media, you can't buy certain things. Now imagine when it gets to the point where you full blown in the truth in the Bible, and you haven't got no chip implanted in you yet. And I know I'm jumping the gun, but this is what it's coming to ultimately. They're able to see who is who, all using your social credit score. Someone said the sound is muffling. All right, let's see.
Well, you go to NASA to learn about the Muslim community.
And how much they know about math.
Right. Okay. So from the World Economic Forum, let's put page 40 up. There it is. Now I love this. Now, this is a whole section on, look, we've got some pretty big goals to hit, and we got to hit them.
Ladies and gentlemen, am I coming back through loud and clear? If I am, throw a 1 in the chat. Because you know what they get to doing. Maybe because I raised my voice. That might be why the mic trips out. Maybe it gets the tweaking when I get to speaking too loud. I don't know. Okay, we good to go. All praises. Great, excellent.
So how do we build these smart cities, and what do we need people to do by 2030? Now, they have some pretty aggressive goals, and some of them are up there. And they look, I mean, if you're watching Blaze TV, you'll see them up from the website itself. But let me give it to you just in case you're not watching, because gosh darn it, these stats are a little sticky. So food. They need to reduce the emissions of food by 2030. So their target by 2030 is you will only have 16 kilograms of meat.
Wow. 16 kilograms of meat. So they want to get it so, and I really, you can already see, based on the fact that they're making all of these Beyond Meats, and veganism and vegetarianism has hit an all-time high, you can already see that they're actually foreshadowing this and setting a stage for this. Yeah, 16 kilograms of meat per what year? It's not a lot. Only the elite. Imagine a world where only the elite have access to a steak, to some chicken wings. Yo, I could tell you right now, if you take chicken wings away, if you take chicken wings out of the community, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be some problems. It's going to be some problems. They've been setting your minds to be vegetarians and vegans. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm not being no vegetarian or no vegan. It's not happening. I hear all the health benefits. I hear all of that. But the Most High made us a certain way, and there's certain proteins that our bodies need. It is what it is. I'm going to eat my wings. But what I'm trying to, and my steak, it is what it is. But what I'm trying to say to you is they want things to be a certain way. Only the elite have access to these things. That's why we have to have farmland and have our own cattle. Real talk.
Per year. Now, their aggressive target for 2030 is that you have 0 kilograms of meat. I'm telling you, what they're doing to the farmers and the ranchers, what the 4 big food processors are doing, they're driving them out of business, so you can't have any local ranchers growing meat because they're getting rid of meat. Listen to Klaus Schwab, who says by 2030, meat will be for the rich and very wealthy for special occasions only.
Hey, I don't know if y'all ever seen this movie called Soylent Green, but I need y'all to check out Soylent Green. It's an old movie. It was in black and white. I think it came out the 40s or 50s, where the elite were the only ones who had access to meat, but they were basically giving you like a governmental package called Soylent Green of what you can eat. And legit, it was in packaged. And here's the spoiler alert. The meat was people who wanted to check out. So ironic enough, they want to occupy 50% of the land here in the US, but they don't want nobody on it. So that's saying that they're going to create an environment where people just want to check out. People want to go into a death pod, leave this earth because there's so much famine and suffering. But what they were doing was they were grinding these people up. And they were actually feeding them to the people in the cities. The people who was in the cities were eating people. They cannibalized them. Yo, this movie came out in the 40s, yo. It is crazy. Y'all got to check that out. If you haven't seen that movie, you need to see that. I'm telling you, because it sounds a lot like what they want to do. They want to stick you up in these smart cities, and they want to just be depopulating, have you living in the matrix while they feed you whatever. Yeah, it's Hunger Games on another level, and serve real talk.
You with that? Again, on their own website, 16 kilograms, that's all you can have of meat. Right now, the dairy consumption, milk or derivative equivalent, so cheeses and everything else, they're hoping that you will only have 90 kilograms of that, but their aggressive, ambitious target for 2030 is 0.
So they don't want you having dairy either, and everything that encompasses that. And I know all the vegans like, all of that's bad for you. We're not supposed to eat cheese or meat. Yeah, listen, listen. I'm glad that you've already trained your body to do that, but I see the health benefit in dairy and meat. And for all you Bible people out here who's trying to add to the book, claiming that the Most High is against us eating meat and all of that, you where? Like, seriously, he give us lawful meat, what we can and can't eat. Like, y'all doing way too much. I'm going to eat my steak. I'm going to eat my chicken. I'm going to eat my cheese. I'm going to stay away from the swine's flesh. I'm going to stay away from all of that. But this ain't that new age crap over here. No, we eat. Listen, we grown men. We eat steaks over here. I don't know what you're talking about. But that beast of the field is going to get ate. Straight like that. It's going to get ate. Animal kingdom. It is what it is. It just is what it is. You're not taking them chicken wings off my plate. You're not taking that steak off my plate. You're not taking those, you know what I'm saying, that lamb off my plate. That goat is going to be, it's going down. We putting it in gravy. We cooking it up. We searing it up nice. We throwing it on a grill and we eating it. All right. It is what it is. It is what it is, right? Let's go.
Now, remember, they need you to live like we lived in the pandemic, except without the nice stuff that you might have had, like cheese and milk and meat in the pandemic. You'll be required to only have 2,500 calories a day. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think I could live on 2,500 calories a day. I really don't like the fact, maybe it's because I've studied so much about the Holocaust and, when governments and...
Of course you want to throw the Holocaust out there. Listen, the whole world's enduring a Holocaust. You know what? The Negroes in America endured a Holocaust. The transatlantic slave trade was a Holocaust. So, I know how people like to throw up everybody's plight. And I'm not trying to sound insensitive when I say this, but damn it, we had a Holocaust too. Nobody, it's like the whole entire world ignores what we've been through. So, I just want to put that out there for the record. We've been through genocide. We've been through moral degradation. We've been through Jim Crow. We've been through the crack era. We've been through everything that you can imagine, and we still here. So where our 40 acres and a mule, fool? Where is it at? Where is it at?
And institutions start regulating calories. Makes me think of the Holocaust a little bit, but maybe that's just me. Now, when it comes to clothing is a problem. Okay, we have too many clothes and I personally, I've watched television. I don't think we have enough clothes. Quite frankly, Lizzo.
Yo, he got jokes. He got jokes. You see how he threw Lizzo out there? Hey, I'm telling you, the right wing, they be on Lizzo, bro. She has become the prime target of the right wing. I don't think what Lizzo do is fashionable. That's the word I'm gonna use. I think everybody should dress to their body type. I don't think it's fashionable what Lizzo does. And I think it's a bit indecent shaking your naked tail at basketball games with millions of fans watching. That's children are watching. Lizzo, tuck a lot of that stuff away. You know what I'm saying? Tuck it away. Have some decency. That's the issue I have. But you know, the right wing, they be on Lizzo, man. That body positivity movement and all of that. You know, it is what it is, right?
Comes to mind. So their progressive target for 2030 is that people will only be allowed to have 8 new clothing items per person per year. But they really are shooting for 3.
Man, some of y'all would jump off of your homes. You would get on top of your smart home balcony and you would take a leap of faith if you couldn't buy more than 8 items of clothing a year. Let me tell you something. There's a reason why Kanye West be dressing a certain way. Where he got these designers making clothes that, you know, look like they came out of a trash can. It's a reason for that. It's a reason for that. Because we know that what's going to be of value is just the cotton that's on your back. What's going to be of value is when you just have clothes and shoes on, regardless. And that's what I believe that's what Ye is trying to communicate through a lot of people. That's what he's trying to communicate. And everybody, if you're watching this broadcast and you gain the edification, do me a solid, like the video, hit the thumbs up. We should have over 1,000 people in the chat. Let's make that happen, brothers and sisters. All you gotta do is like the video, right? Let's get it.
So, comrade, you could have a new shirt, a new pair of pants, and maybe some socks. Merry Christmas. We'll begin to go, oh, they got socks for Christmas. Thank you. So, you know, no big deal there. On private transportation, their goal is...
Somebody in the chat says, Ye's clothes don't look like trash to me. I'm talking about the ones that got like paint all over them. And I don't know if you've seen all his styles, but some of them, no disrespect to Ye, but some of the clothes look a certain way. Bummish, if you will. But that's the style he's going for. But he's doing that for a reason. That's the point I was trying to prove.
Now, I don't even know the number. They don't include this in here. How many vehicles per 1,000 people? What do you think per 1,000 people? How many vehicles do we currently have, do you think?
I mean,
500?
Yeah, some of them are kids.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know if you're thinking it's got to be at least 500.
At least 500. They want to reduce that by 2030 to 190 cars per 1,000 people. And their ambitious target is 0 cars per 1,000 people. Oh, by the way, and your
0 cars per 1,000 people. They want to keep you stagnated. They want to keep you still. They don't want you traveling, making moves. They basically want everything in the smart city. This is how they want it. They want everything that you would possibly want already in the smart city, so you won't go anywhere. They want imagine each neighborhood fenced off. You need a gate. You need basically to see a security guard to get out of your neighborhood. And once you get out of that neighborhood, you only can go a certain mile radius. You only can travel but so far because there's restrictions on travel. This is the future. This is the future. Unless you own your own land. You got a town around that land. You got a water supply. You got your own food, your own fruits, your own vegetables. That's the goal. Instead of putting our trust in these damn devils. You hear me? Somebody said, yeah, like a 15-minute radius, something like that. And it's going to be cameras everywhere. Cameras everywhere. Even in your home. Imagine cameras in your home. Your mirror in the morning. It's going to be enormousy. A lot of us already have cameras in our homes. That's another thing. That's a topic for another day. But I'm telling you, when you move to certain communities, better believe that some of what you think is just a smoke detector may have a lens on it. And it's ways to check these type of things too, especially if you a targeted individual. Yeah, it's gonna be like the real live Truman Show, real talk. Yeah, this is the future. Somebody said, I heard they got cameras they can see inside of you. Yeah, they got the ultraviolet black light that's on the streets right now that can see what's in your DNA, what's in your bloodstream. They can see whether or not you went and got inoculated or not. Somebody said there's a concept for a futuristic city that's literally built horizontally with huge walls on both sides. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Somebody said, let's show our brother New Breed some love and go purchase some love notes. Hey, man, listen, everybody who watched this broadcast should have them a love note by now. Seriously. You all should have yourself a love note. Go to newbreed.love. Get yourself a love note, especially that we got another merchant coming. And once that merchandise comes on, once the product comes and y'all see it and I'm rocking it, a lot of y'all going to want it. Y'all going to feel that stuff because it's dope. We're going to have caps and we're going to have sunglasses. And once everything is in play, y'all can use y'all love notes to get a discount on those items. But not only that, with everything that's taking place, we just want you in the system. Somebody said, I have a lot of love notes. Citizen Soldier got his love notes. He ready. That's what's up. Somebody said, I honestly have to buy a new phone to download things. Yep. But, you know, it is what it is, though. All praises to the Most High, the God of Israel. It's nation building time. We got to do what the Most High, the Almighty, told us to do, man. We do, seriously. Revelations 20:4. And I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of the Messiah and for the words of Yah, and which had not worshipped the beast, nope, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Christ for 1,000 years. I'm not bowing to the beast. I'm not allowing nobody to stick me in no smart city. I'm not allowing nobody to inject me or inseminate me with any type of computer chip mark of the beast. No. I'm going to serve the Most High, and I'm going to reign with the Messiah, Christ, our big brother, for 1,000 years. My question is, who's coming with us? Who's coming with me? Because that's where we going. That's what it is. I'm not selling out for nothing. I ain't selling my soul for nothing. I see where you devils got y'all back against the wall. All you weirdos and perpetrators and narcs and you know, weak-minded individuals, you're about to get lined up because you worship this beast. You satisfied with being pacified. And to me, that's suicide. If you satisfied with being pacified, that is suicide. I don't want no parts of that. I want to reign with the Messiah. I don't want to bow to the image of the beast. Nah, it ain't happening. It ain't going to happen. Real talk. But all praises to the Most High, the Almighty. Y'all have a blessed evening, man. Y'all stay safe out here. With that being said, shalom and peace.